Good afternoon and welcome to Jerry Meet 'em of Fields here in Waupun. I'm Steve Witterhack, and on the video camera as usual, our producer Big Nate Young, and ready to bring you a non-conference game for the Waupun Lady Warriors, the defending Division II state champion softball team. What a great year that was last year, and what a great run, some unbelievable games, close games along the way, and I'll always remember, that sectional championship against the two-time defending champ, Freedom, and also some of the games along the way, New Berlin Eisenhower, that semifinal game, and of course just taking care of business against Mosinee in that championship game. But, well, it's fun to celebrate those things, but then a new year comes and you got the job all to do over again, and here we are at Waupun to bring you a non-conference game. Should be a good test for Josh Novice's squad taking on the Oconomowoc Raccoons. I guess they don't go by Coonies anymore, I've found out. The Raccoons, but that's who they're playing here today. A nice team that Waupun used to play in the Little 10 all the time. You'd play against these big schools, Watertown, Hartford, the West Bend schools, Beaver Dam. You had all of those schools, and Oconomowoc was one of those schools that you would play, and Waupun by far the smallest school in that conference, but they've had some pretty good girls volleyball teams, I know, as of late. The softball team is supposed to be pretty good from what I hear, but so is the Waupun Lady Warrior team. They're sitting at 4-2 on the season so far, taking care of business yesterday against Berlin, knocking them off 19-0 in 3.5 innings in that ball game. We'll look a little closer at that game. And the only game that Oconomowoc has played, they just played yesterday, their first game, and they won in a thriller right down to the end in the bottom of the 7th inning to win it. And we'll talk about that game, too, as our pregame show continues. Again, Waupun at home taking on the Raccoons of Oconomowoc. More of our pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales coming your way in just a few minutes as our pregame show continues live from Jerry Meet 'em of Fields in Waupun on Radio Plus Sports.
Home and Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Home and Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Home and Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seed bed with a high quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax, for tillage on your terms.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, it's Dr. Randy with New Medical Center. Are you struggling with your weight? Tired of diets that just make you hungry? Maybe it's time to try something new. By now, most of you have heard about semaglutide and tirzepatide, the amazing new weight loss drugs that are sweeping across the country and helping thousands of people just like you successfully lose unwanted pounds. Well, wait no more. NewMed Integrated Healthcare has got you covered. Don't be fooled by expensive online plans with no direct medical supervision. New Medical Center's program is affordable and provides you with all the personalized support you need to succeed. Get started now and eliminate your cravings, decrease your appetite, and start losing those pounds. Take it from me, it's easier than you think. How do I know? Because I lost 50 pounds last year using this very program, and I've kept it off. Let the team at New Medical Center help you get the weight loss results you desire and deserve. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 to get started now, or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox.
We are back at Jerry Meadham Fields, and like I said, both these teams have got only one game for Oconomowoc. They just played yesterday a conference game against Kettle Moraine, and they squeaked one out. Pretty exciting ball game. It got down to a tie ball game. Kettle Moraine Lutheran, just not Lutheran, but Kettle Moraine scoring in the top of the seventh inning to tie the game up at 3 apiece, and it got down to 2 outs, a runner at third base for Oconomowoc in the bottom of the seventh inning. 3 errors by Kettle Moraine in that bottom of the seventh inning, and the last one, the most costly, it cost them the game. A hard little shot off the foot of the first baseman went out to right field, and the runner came in from third. Game over, 4-3 victory for Oconomowoc to get things going here in their 2025 campaign. A little bit easier for Waupun in their ball game yesterday, taking on Berlin, knocking them off in just 3.5 innings, 19-0. They had 14 runs in the first inning in that ball game, 15 hits altogether. Addie Braun, as usual, controlling the situation. 3 innings pitched, and had a no-hitter in that ball game. Also, just 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. He also had a hot bat, 2 for 2, with a couple RBIs, a home run, and a double in that game for her. Kaylee Westfall, always with the huge games in the bat. 3 for 4 with 2 steals. And a matter of fact, she's 1 steal away from tying Danielle Hopp's steal record for the Waupun Lady Warriors. Just 1 steal away and 2 steals away from taking over that record. Now, she's just been racking them up already in the season so far. She had 2 steals yesterday in that game against Berlin, even though it was a shortened game. Hannah Beatty has been doing great for Waupun, 2 for 3 in that game with 3 RBIs along with a home run. And Alexis Babish, the freshman, 2 for 3 in the game with a couple RBIs, and they had numerous players, 4 players that had a double of the game. Regan Holtz, also Addie Braun, Carly White, and Rowan Harder all had doubles for Waupun. Again, they won 19-0. So we're going to take a break, come back with the beginning of today's game. It's Waupun at home taking on the Oconomowoc Raccoons in this ball game. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's. A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Extend your vertical tillage options with a new Kuhn Krause Accelerator XT8010 available at Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown. Proven Excalibur VT blades cut tough residue, creating a superior seed bed. Gang angle options of 1 to 5 degrees for true vertical tillage or 6 to 8 degrees for more aggressive tillage action. Mid-mounted tines redirect soil and residue flow ahead of rear gangs. Exclusive star wheel treaders brake clouds and anchor residue, while the 24/7 conditioning reel firms and finishes the seed bed. The Accelerator XT is available in RTK cut widths of 11 to 40 foot. Ask your dealer about the new Smart Soil Technology ISOBUS system for your new Accelerator XT.
And our good buddy Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Business as usual. Pretty soon this springtime weather is going to really hit, Steve, right?
Well, they keep teasing us with maybe putting a patio together outside, but then it snows, so I don't know what we're doing. But we're still here. We're still making food. We still got beer, drinks, great bartenders, great cooks, great staff. So
and great sports on the TV, of course, Bucks and Brewers. Here we go.
Fun to watch this stuff. The Brewers started a little slow and turn it around a little bit. The Bucks are going to push on for the postseason, so come down and check out the games. They're always on.
And the NFL Draft, of course, coming up later on this month. Your draft headquarters here, right?
Yeah, I think people will probably be staying down here for the draft, too. So come check it out. You never know what kind of we had some Dolphins scouts in the other day here, so come check it out.
Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun. Stop on by for greater lunch specials, too.
Yep, always homemade soups, homemade chili, daily specials, pork, beef, and turkey normally. Check it out.
Steve with us here. Thanks, buddy. Have a good week.
You too. Thanks, Nick.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance, no matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because you'll feel totally protected with the right auto coverage. Plus, you'll save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home with our expert agents. American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch.
Okay, we are back at Jerry Meadham Field. Steve Witterhack with you. A beautiful day for some softball. Not much going on in the flag out there in right center field. Got the sun shining right now. You got a nice cool temperature right around, 50 degrees or so. It's going to be a really nice day coming up tomorrow, but perfect day to play some softball here today. And Waupun will be making a few little tricky switches here for the Lady Warriors. They got Aubrey Farley in as the pitcher here, at least for a few innings in the ball game. And, of course, always a solid pitcher that's pitched many innings in the past for Waupun. Kaylee Westfall, who's going to be going to DePaul on a scholarship, is behind home plate. She has a cannon for an arm there. Hannah Beatty, very athletic young lady, is over at first base. Regan Holtz is the second baseman, Carly White at shortstop, and Ryan Babish is over at third base. Left to right in the outfield for Waupun, Amelia Jones, Rowan Harder, and Leah Bawalda. And we are ready to play some softball here in Waupun. We know some about some of these players here. I can tell you how I know about some of these Oconomowoc players. Carly Moldenhauer will step to the plate first. She is their center fielder, right-handed hitter. Strike on the first pitch in. Hear the voice of my usual buddy Randy Armby behind home plate officiate him. I don't get to work with him a lot till the postseason normally with Randy, and he's got Tim Bresser umpiring the bases here in the ball game this afternoon. Jordan Winkleman is awaiting on deck, followed by Cam Stoltz, Kelsey Yamber. Also Macy Brazelton is batting fifth, followed by Molly Sheehan, Ailey Bolson batting seventh, Michaela Burrow batting eighth, and batting ninth will be Kayla Glidewell. A nice open stance here by Moldenhauer. This pitch is going to miss. Puts the count now at 2-1. I think Randy and my wife have already said that we have plans as soon as the game is done to have a late fish fry someplace. So that one catches the inside part of the plate. No offer from Moldenhauer. Puts the count now at 2-2. First batter of the ball game, Carly Moldenhauer at the plate now for the Raccoons. And it's a chop towards the third base. It's picked up by Ryan Babish. Clean throw over to first to Hannah Beatty. Routine ground ball there for Waupun, and out number one.
Brings up the catcher, number 8,
Jordan Winkleman will come up now for Oconomowoc, a left-handed hitter. Joiner's their catcher. Our number 2 slot, that'll put Cam Stoltz on deck now for the Raccoons. Hard to say that. I always said Coonies all my life, and now it's changed to Raccoons, which I guess it's always been that, kind of meant that. Change up on that pitch and a called strike. No offer from Winkleman. Yeah, familiar colors of purple and white, maybe a little bit of gold they have in some of their other uniforms for Oconomowoc. Many trips over to Oconomowoc. Think of a guy that used to play at Oconomowoc. Ashley Cooper, I think is the guy's name, was in my class, and he did some big things with golf courses or something. I thought maybe somebody knows something about that. Ashley Cooper from Oconomowoc. He was always a very social guy. Would come over and talk to us while the JV game was going on at the basketball games. I just remember him from basketball. That's what I played. 1-1 the countdown for Winkleman. Little change up in that one. Boy, that was really coming in slow. And Winkleman just kind of watched it float right by and right into the strike zone for a called strike. Count is now 1-2. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Steve Witterhack with you tonight. A little softball action. That's going to miss off the plate away from the left-handed hitter Winkleman. And it's an opportunity when you play some of these non-conference games to kind of mix things up. Get some people in there like Aubrey Farley. What a great pitcher. This one is drilled out towards right at the right fielder, Leah Bawalda. She just had to take about 2 steps up on a hard-hit ball. Hit on a rope out there, but Bawalda just needed to step up a couple steps and haul it in. So a line out to right field puts up Cam Stoltz to the plate. Like I said, no real stats for these players because they just played one game. That was yesterday. And Carly Moldenhauer, their lead hitter on the team. Maybe not anymore since she didn't get on. This is a slow roller off the glove of, and it's going to go over to first base and in time off the glove of the pitcher, Aubrey Farley, and then goes over to Carly White, who sets and fires just in time to get the out. Nice play there to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning defensively for Waupun, and we'll take a break, come back in just 60 seconds with the bottom half of inning number 1 in a scoreless ball game after this on RP Sports.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Okay, we are back, and Waupun coming up to bat for the first time in the ball game. And let's go through Waupun's batting order. Hannah Beatty, the first baseman, will start things out, followed by Kaylee Westfall. Addie Braun will be batting third. Amelia Jones will be batting fourth. Then Ryan Babish. After that, Aubrey Farley, Leah Bawalda, Regan Holtz, and also Carly White. The batting order for the Waupun Lady Warriors. Pitching, Ailey Bolson. Like I said, real no stats on anybody, and Bolson didn't pitch in the game yesterday, so no stats at all for Oconomowoc because they just had that one game. And Jordan Winkleman behind home plate. Kelsey Amber is their first baseman. Second baseman is Cam Stoltz. Kayla Glidewell is the shortstop. Macy Brazelton, he's over at third base. Molly Sheehan is the left fielder. Carly Moldenauer out in center field, and Lacey Griswold is out in right field. And here we go. Hannah Beatty up to bat now for Waupun. First pitch misses into Hannah for ball one. Check. Hannah's batting great so far. 600 so far, 6 games into the season. This 4-2 record they've got, and also has 7 stolen bases already for Waupun. I know she's got some pretty good wheels on the base paths. Takes the next pitch. That's a called strike. Puts the count now at 1-1. Next pitch is going to miss inside. Yeah, thanks for joining us here tonight. It's also on the radio in case you have somebody out there that doesn't have access to get to the video streaming. We got a pretty good contingent of people that would like to listen to our games that we call, so keep that alive yet. This is popped in the air, foul territory, left field side, but it's going to drop on the warning track over there along the left field fence, side of the fence. And I said, we'd like to keep that tradition going. We don't do it with our games over in Fond du Lac, but we had a pretty good contingent of people that were asking us to do that, so we decided to keep it on the radio also, besides do video streaming. Takes a little off that one. Ahead of it as Beatty swings, fouls it off the end of the bat. 2-2 the count now in Hannah. Yeah, the sun goes down. It chills out just a little bit here. There's a lot of sports to watch. I've been watching the Masters. That on the last couple days. Just don't want one of the live golfers to possibly win it all. Here we go, full count now. That one misses outside on the changeup by Bolson. So nobody on, one down. We should say just with the Beatty up to bat. This is hit out to left field, and that's going to go off the glove of the left fielder. Molly Sheehan had a pretty good jump on it to start with, and all of a sudden she kind of stopped and then went off the front of her glove. Just didn't kind of follow through with her whole motion to come in and get that ball. It goes off the end of her glove, and with Beatty with her great wheels, has herself over to second base.
Kaylee Westfall. Braun on deck.
Definitely a catchable ball out there by their left fielder, Molly Sheehan. It'll bring up Kaylee Westfall up to bat. Like we said before, she is one steal away from tying the record for steals all time for the Waupun Lady Warriors. Daniel Hopp has the record right now just by 1 over Kaylee at 58. So if she gets one this game, she'll tie it. If she gets another one, she'll break that record, which she's probably going to do here tonight. 1-1 the count now for Westfall. That's a sharp hit ball. Oh, backhanded by the third baseman. Brazelton throws to first. They're going to throw over to third trying to get Beatty, but she's safely over there. But a hard hit ball, but a nice backhanded stop by the third baseman, Macy Brazelton. Gets the out at first base, and got Beatty with the good wheels over there. Finds herself over at third base. Sharply hit ball. That was a great job of the third. That's kind of what you get out of your third baseman. They make plays like that. They make those quick reaction plays and make it just look easy out there. Nothing easy about that one. Addie Braun up to bat, shows bunt, misses for a strike. And surprised she's not wearing a mask, especially down that third base line like her first baseman is, but not the third baseman. That's kind of unusual. I definitely, if I was a parent, I'd want my third base daughter to have a mask on. That's going to squirt away from the catcher, and Beatty is going to score, and Waupun leads 1-0. It went down in the dirt and squirts away from Jordan Winkleman off to her left. And Beatty, of course, didn't hesitate at all. Gets herself in. Waupun leads now 1-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Count is now 1-1 to Addie. Oh, and that one's going to catch her on the bounce. She's going to head up the first baseline, hit by a pitch.
Brings up left fielder number
So again, a runner on first base, one down for Waupun, and that will bring up Amelia Jones. See how Amelia's doing so far here on the season for the Waupun Lady Warriors. Batting .467, a lot of really hefty batting averages so far for Waupun early in the season. Here's a called strike, high in the zone for a 0-1 count. Waupun's already lost this year 8-5 to St. Mary Springs and lost that one conference game to Kettle Moraine Lutheran 7-5. Snap throw over to first base, not in time. The next pitch does miss high. Puts the count at 1-1. And Randy, always very cognizant of the announcers. He always makes sure he puts it out there nice and wide, and he says he does that, especially if we're here to do the game. 1-1, and this is popped in the air, short left field. You got three players going after, and that's going to go off the shortstop's glove, and everybody's going to be safe. Everybody was there, even kind of waiting for it for a little bit, and then the shortstop decided to take it at the end off the heel of her glove and hits the ground off Kayla Glidewell's glove. And Waupun has runners now at first and second base. A couple errors in the innings here for the Oconomowoc Coonies. That'll put runners at first and second for Waupun. They lead 1-0 here. And Hannah Beatty all around the base pass to score the only run in the ball game. Not sure what they're making down. Are they making pizza? Is that pizza down there? It smells like pizza. Three guys like us would definitely know if that's what the smells are. Try to stump us with a smell. That's pizza. Well, that one gets past the catcher and back to the backstop. We got runners now at second and third base. And Ryan Babish up to bat. Let's put a couple more on the board here for Waupun. So 1-1 the count for Ryan Babish. Aubrey Farley waiting on deck for the Lady Warriors. It's going to miss low and outside. Kind of expected worried about the runner over at third base. That one just kind of missed on the ground and outside. That change up and makes the count now 2-1. Showing bunt again. Here's Babish, misses on that offer. And the smile on Josh Novice's face. You don't always smile after that, especially if it's a key part of the game, but trying to keep it nice and light for the ladies. 2-2 the count now for Ryan Babish. Oh, that one down on the ground. She swings and it bounces away from the catcher, and then getting tagged out will be Addie Braun, who was hoping that her teammate was going to somehow put that one down and gets by, and so here's Addie kind of hung out to dry, and she got tagged out. Runners at the corners now.
Braun tagged out, trying to score. Brings up number 15, Aubrey.
So just 2 outs after that, seeing that Ryan Babish got herself onto the base pass. Nobody comes in on that. She takes off right away on the first pitch. So runners now at second and third base with 2 down. Aubrey Farley again designated, she's the starting pitcher, but she's listed as the DP. So it's one of those things they almost have to get a real good explanation. Tom Hagstrom used to do that all the time, too. He used everything he could with the DP and the flex. And, man, you lost me. But there's all a method to that madness, a reason for doing it. So Josh even said when he goes, this is kind of a Tom Hagstrom kind of thing I'm going to do right now. So he explained it a couple times to me. Said I'm a little slow, and do too much time at the baseball diamonds. It's a little different over there. But 2-1 the pitch now into a hard, sharply hit ball on the ground, but pulled foul by Farley. Well ahead of the pitch of Ailey Bolson. A couple of Bolsons on the team. Ailey Bolson, number 5, and number 2, Finley Bolson. I guess they are cousins. Their fathers are brothers. Another one pulled the same spot by Farley. Count remains 2-2 with 2 down. Couple out there for Waupun. See if they can bring him in. Hate to leave them sit out there. Not get them in before the end of the first inning. Another 2-2 pitch from Bolson. Oh, a changeup, and Farley goes down swinging. She gets struck out. So Waupun comes up with 1 run. 2 runners stranded for the Lady Warriors. And again, those 2 errors on Oconomowoc. So 1-0 Waupun leading here after 1 complete. Back after this with the top of the second inning on Radio Plus Sports.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school.
Okay, we are back. Waupun only getting 1 run in. They left a couple out there on the bases at second and third base, so they're leading 1-0 after 1 complete. Number 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order coming up now for Oconomowoc, starting with Kelsey Yamber. And this is sharply hit out to left field, and that is cut off, but it's going to be a base hit. Nice job by the left fielder, Amelia Jones, to make sure it didn't get by or to let the runner get an extra base, but a 1-pitch hit off the bat of Kelsey Yamber. So Yamber standing over at first base. And that'll bring up Macy Brazelton to the plate. Macy, right-handed hitter. Oconomowoc trying to get something going here in the top of the second inning. They trail that one inside, and scooting out of the way is Brazelton. Makes the count 1-0. Not a bad little contingent of people that made the trip over from Oconomowoc. Got a strong contingent of people in the bleachers, but really down that left field line down the fence there. That's I've noticed kind of a gathering place at games that I've come and watched in the past years. How many people under the overhang there? You're a little bit obstructed view of home plate if you sit under there on the tables that they have there. Yeah, that's something. It's got to be raining out to be underneath there. Next pitch is going to miss low. 3-0 the count now on Macy Brazelton. Yep, time to take that pizza out. That's what I always know when in the living room I can smell that pizza right at this point is when you take it out because it's just nice golden brown. That's going to catch the strike zone. No offer on that pitch from Brazelton. My mind's on pizza instead of fish for tonight. I don't know. Come up with something. When who am I kidding? It's not up to me anyway. Whatever I'm told to do, I will do. Comes a 3-1 pitch. That was going to miss inside. A little check swing, but keeps it back. Brazelton. She's issued a walk, and that puts runners now at first and second with nobody out. Now Molly Sheehan coming up to bat. The right-handed hitter. She's their left fielder. Haley Bolson, the pitcher, waiting on deck. Aubrey in for a few innings here, and maybe in the third inning or so, they might be seeing Addie Braun come into the game for Waupun. Just get everybody a chance and everybody ready to go. Getting some innings in. It's a called strike, no offer from Sheehan. Showing bunt. That one's going to be a foul ball right back. Westfall picks it up. Runners will go back to first and second base. Count is now 0-2 to Sheehan. Yeah, sounds like a nice Saturday coming up. It looks like the temperatures are going to be up right around 60 degrees and sunny, so it's going to be another 10 degrees warmer coming up tomorrow with sunshine. 0-2 pitch. That's going to miss high and away. Puts the count at 1-2. And if you get downtown tomorrow morning between 9:30 and noon, look at the radio station in the front window there. I'll be sitting in there. I'm going to be a mannequin for no, I'm not going to be a mannequin. I got my radio show, the Shopping Spree. It'll be going on from 9:30 until noon. A little taking a lot off that one. Little change up, and that one misses. Makes the count now 2-2. Yeah, it's kind of nice. They put us right in the front window. They got a lot of stuff. I love being in there because Jeff Colleen has a lot of albums in there, a lot of old stereo equipment. 2-2 pitch. That is popped in the air in short right center field, and that is hauled in at second base by Regan Holtz. Keeps the runners at first and second base. So that was a nice out there for Waupun. Fly to second base. Ailey Bolson now, the pitcher, steps to the plate. I tell you, downtown Waupun is a happening place. I was down there for lunch over at Judson's today. A really good chicken sandwich. That was really good. People had fish and said that was good too. But a lot of people mulling around down there, and that's what will happen again tomorrow morning with that nice weather. Hard hit ball, and that's going to go off the glove of a shortstop, Carly White, out to left field. Everybody advances a base. Diving attempt there by Carly White, but she was flat out to get it. So a nice infield of the base hit there by Ailey Bolson. So now the Raccoons are threatening here for Waupun. You've got Michaela Burrow coming up to bat, the DP for Oconomowoc. Kind of funny, I saw a little thing that they had. I was looking on the internet today, and they had some players that play for the Timber Rattlers. And, all these guys that aren't from Wisconsin that are on the team, and they were, Oconomowoc was one of the cities that they wanted them to try to pronounce, and they could not even get close to pronouncing Oconomowoc correctly. Yeah, Monoquay for Minocqua was another one I heard on there. They were butchering some Wisconsin names. Manitowoc, they threw all the good ones at them. That's just our language here that we speak. I worked at a TV station up in Wausau, and then we had a guy that just butchered all the names of the cities. He just moved to that area, and he was a weatherman, and he had a weather alert, and he just butchered all the county names, Portage County and things like that. That one on the inside part of the plate, called strike three. Big out there for Waupun.
Out number 2.
So Burrow goes down looking. Runner still at each base right now. Bases loaded for Oconomowoc. And Kayla Glidewell, their number 9 batter in the batting order, up to bat now for Oconomowoc. That makes me feel like I know a different language, even though I don't even have English mastered all that well. But I thought, man, I'm superior to those guys. I know to say Oconomowoc, Manitowoc, Minocqua, Portage, all those things. It's not Waupun, it's Waupun. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to miss. Makes the count now 2-0. No place to put him right now for Aubrey Farley. Yeah, got to go after this one. Still a lot of cars right in Hazard's Way over on that first base side where all the cars parked there. But here we go, 2-0 pitch. That one's fouled back. Makes the count now 2-1. Love the scoreboard we've got here now too. These girls deserved a really nice scoreboard here, and they got one. It's a pretty nice. Shows up pretty well. Next one's going to miss low one inside. Makes the count now 3-1. 3-1 the count with 2 down. Bases loaded. See if Waupun can shut the door right here. Aubrey Farley in the pitcher's circle for Waupun. Kayla Glidewell at the plate. Next pitch. That's going to miss high, and a run is walked in. That one definitely about brim level on the helmet of Kayla Glidewell. And they get a run in. We are tied now at 1 apiece. Now you got to face the top of the order. This is what you wanted to take care of number 9. Now you're facing number 10 and the number 1 in the batting order, Carly Moldenhauer, coming up to bat. She grounded out over to third base. First at bat of the ball game. Coming in to do some running now, Gracie Bolskar is coming in or second base.
Number 7, Gracie Bolskar.
So Haley Bolson can get ready to come back out and pitch in the bottom half of the inning. So bases loaded, 1 run in. We're tied at 1. Pitch is going to miss. Makes the count now 1-0. Spring, that's a tough season. A tough season to get baseball and softball games in. You can't put that winter coat away during this time of year, not in Wisconsin. Makes her chase outside after one. A swing and a miss. It would have been ball 2. Now the count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to miss off the plate. Kind of where that other one was, too. And this time she did not swing at it. She's kind of shaking her head after that last one when she got the strike. 2-1 the count now for the number 1 in the batting order, Carly Moldenhauer. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That one catches the inside part of the plate. A snap throw down to first. Runner is safe. Holding the glove there, Ashley Beatty yet. Must have an option on the team to wear the pink little bow in your hair or the yellow ones. The pink meaning supporting breast cancer, possibly. That's what they got those on for, and a few of the players. 2-2 the count now to Moldenhauer. And that one's going to get inside and get past the catcher, and Kaylee Westfall is going to go and beat the runner to the plate. Kaylee says, I think I can beat her there. I think I can. I can. She got there and got the tag at home plate, so minimal damage. They end up leaving some players on the base paths, and they've tied the game up at 1 apiece after 1.5 innings. Back with the bottom half of inning number 2 right after this on RP Sports.
Protect your New Holland equipment and optimize your performance in the field with genuine New Holland maintenance products. New Holland oils and filters are designed specifically for New Holland equipment so you can achieve our high performance standards in the field. And by choosing genuine New Holland maintenance products, you'll not only protect your equipment, you'll also boost its performance and productivity. Visit Waupun Equipment Company, also in Watertown, and see for yourself why genuine New Holland oils and filters are the right choice for your equipment.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of inning number 2, and coming up for Waupun this inning, Leah Bowalda, number 7 in the batting order, followed by Regan Holtz, and then Carly White. So here we go. Waupun does give up a run in the top half of the inning to tie this thing up at 1 apiece. You got to be ready up there. Ball that gets up there, and when she looked up, pitcher already halfway through her motion up there and brings it, but misses short on the plate on that pitch. Haley Bolson again in the pitcher's circle for Oconomowoc. Next pitch also is going to miss low. Puts the count now at 2-0. Sharply hit ball, but pulled foul. Knocking it down. Coach Josh Novice. I feel like that first full year as a head coach of the team, he's been in the program for years and years. And the first year as the right from the very start, the head coach got the job of the interviews and everything else and gets a state championship. Kind of hard to top that. That one's going to be pulled just about a foot foul down the third base line. Yeah, it was pretty magical, like I said, that whole run that they had in the postseason, just the season they had in general. But some of those games are just unbelievable in that playoff run that they had all the way to the state championship game and winning it. Counts now 3-2. That one kind of misses, falls up a little short inside. Leah Bawalda at the plate. Regan Holtz is waiting on deck. Comes the 3-2 pitch. Had to sharply hit right over the top of the glove of the shortstop. Glide well out to left center field. It's going to make it all the way to the fence. Heading over to second base is Bawalda. Full count, no out. Double out to left center field, and it's a good way to start the inning here for Waupun. Leah Bawalda with a double to get Waupun going here. Now Regan Holtz up to bat. Always good to get something out of the bottom of your order. That's number 7 in the order. Now number 8 in the batting order coming up with Regan Holtz. Called strike on the first pitch into Regan. Yeah, Carly White had been the second baseman for the last, at least the last year or two here at Waupun. Now moved over to shortstop, and then Holtz slides into that second base position again. Another missed bunt attempt by a Lady Warrior. Fouled back, makes the count now 0-2 to Holtz. Yeah, always exciting this time of year. Waupun has always got a great softball team. They've always got a great baseball team. That's the most consistently good programs, I think, in the whole high school. And strike 3, Holtz goes down looking on the next pitch in. So one down, runner at second base yet, and Carly White will step up to the plate now. Well, you watch the youth programs, you see how many kids are out there in Lindsay Schleich Fields and playing in these tournaments and how involved they are, and these coaches that come back and called strike on the first pitch into Carly, no offer. So there's no wonder with the great youth programs they have around here for Waupun softball, all the great club teams. They really take care of the young people here with the spring sports. This one's going to miss high and away. Puts the count now at 1-1. All the guys up in the booth here, past Waupun graduates. Got Jeff Taves up here doing the PA announcing. Always does a great job with that. Keeps an eye on my mom over there in that neighborhood in case it gets a little wild over there at her place and has a party over there or something. So we always want to thank him for that the neighborhood does kind of keep an eye on anything going on at Ma's place. Yeah, White's going to step out. Count is now 1-2 to Carly White. Next one is going to bounce off the glove of the pitcher, and we're going to have runners safe at first and third base. Had to try to backhand it to get it in, just kind of sharply back to her. So a little infield hit for Carly White. Puts runners at the corners now with one down. And the nice thing is we're going to the top of the order with Hannah Beatty coming up to bat. She got out with a ball that should have been caught out in left field. It was an error on the left fielder back in the first inning, and that's the only Waupun run we got is when Hannah finally made it home. Runner goes there, going to try to throw, but do a little cutoff play with the second baseman right behind the pitcher, but it's one of the older ones in the book. Don't catch too many people on that one. So puts White over at second base. So we got a couple runners in scoring position with just one down. Top of the order up. Next pitch is going to miss off the plate. Catcher try to frame it back into the over the top of the plate, but that's. Oh, did you call that a strike? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Might have a burnt pizza. Did Jeff sniff that out down there? There's a strike on the edge of the plate. So 1-2 the count now on Hannah Beatty. Big opportunity here for the Lady Warriors. Sharply hit ball, but pulled foul. Everybody a little ahead of Miss Bolson out there. Maybe just a little bit faster pitching. Couldn't have been against Berlin yesterday when they won that game like 19-0 with only 15 hits. 3.5 innings. Looks for a quick night. Well, maybe it doesn't. You get that many runs. It takes a while to do that. 14 runs in the first inning for Waupun. A little change up picked up by the third baseman. They're going to get the out there and go for it at home, and they do a good job by the third baseman. Macy Brazelton gets it, throws it home, and tags out Waupun's runner on base was Leah Bawaldigan, tagged out at home. So now runners at the corners, and still a 1-1 game with 2 down now.
2 down brings up catcher number 2, Kaylee Westfall. Run on deck.
So Beatty gets on with a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners, and that'll bring up Kaylee Westfall up to the plate. Deadly hitter up there, great power, some great speed, obviously. And getting off the base, Beatty tries to draw a throw over there, but Oconomowoc not biting on that. Just get the ball back to the pitcher, and Beatty heads over to second base, and now runners at second and third again for Waupun. And there's those runners at second and third. He stranded a couple over there in the first inning. There we go, big time for Kaylee. See if she can bring a couple in. Little base hit anywhere should bring us. Beatty's got some great speed at second base. 1-1 pitch now for Ailey Bolson. Oh, boy, that almost took the coach. That did get the coach. He might not be able to sit down for a little bit. That might have got him on the back cheek. As he's rubbing his side. Yeah, wow. I'd be on my toes ready to cut to left or right when you got the bat in the hands of Kaylee Westfall up to bat, man. She can put a sting on the ball and knock the coach on that one. So he'll feel that one for a while. Comes the 1-2 pitch. It's going to miss just off the plate on the changeup. 2-2 the count now with 2 down, runners at second and third base. So here we go. Big opportunity again for the Lady Warriors. That one is swung on and fouled back and right between a couple cars and makes it across the street harmlessly. The law of averages on that. I mean, there's cars in every spot over there just about, and it found a spot between the cars. Comes the 2-2 pitch. That one's going to bounce across the plate, blocked by the catcher Winkleman. Let her stay where they're at. Makes it now a 3-2 count. Annie Brano waiting on deck, hoping that she gets a chance to swing the bat here. 2 down, 3-2 pitch. Here's the pitch from Bolson. And that again is backhanded again. Sure glove of their third baseman, Macy Brazelton, for the third time of the game. Picks it up, throws to first, gets the out. Waupun comes up empty again. Strand runners at second and third base, and we are tied at 1 apiece after 2 complete here at Jerry Miedema Field. We'll be back right after this with the top of the third inning on Radio Plus Sports.
Chronic pain sufferers, listen up. If you're suffering from pain due to injury or illness, and the options you've tried have failed to alleviate your pain, or surgery has been recommended, you may be wondering if you've run out of options. If so, regenerative medicine may be your answer. At New Medical Center, we use a variety of alternative treatments designed to harness your own body's ability to heal. Rather than covering up your pain, regenerative medicine goes right to the source to resolve and repair the injury. Instead of using harmful drugs to mask your pain or having risky surgery that can cause additional injury and increase your chance of arthritis, regenerative medicine helps your body repair the damage that causes pain. Don't let pain compromise your favorite hobbies and activities, leaving you crippled and desperate for help. Thousands of people have found relief with regenerative medicine, and you can too. Call the experts at New Medical Center to get an appointment today. New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or check us out on the web at www.newmedicalctr.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Okay, here we go. Top of the third inning. We're tied at 1 apiece. Waupun just couldn't quite get that key hit for the last couple innings to get runners in from second and third base, so they strand a couple more out there. Come up empty in the bottom of the second inning. We're tied at 1 apiece. Here we go. Top of inning number 3. And right back to the top of the order again because that out. That ended the inning. So at bat at that time was Moldenhauer. Did not get to complete her at bat. Back up at the plate. Ball 1 on the first pitch into her. Aubrey Farley pitching yet for Waupun. She's pitched since the beginning. Called strike on the next pitch in. Puts the count at 1-1. Jordan Winkleman on deck. In the hole is Cam Stoltz. It's going to miss high and away. Puts the count at 2-1. Bob Spanbauer out there. He's checking in with us tonight, and he's helped me out during the baseball games. A little slow roller right back in the glove of Waupun's Aubrey Farley. Easy throw to first base to get the out. We have a game against Jefferson. Waupun will be hosting Jefferson, and that is a nice rivalry between those two teams. Jefferson is a team they faced at state semifinal a few years back, and they've got a great tradition of playing baseball against Jefferson. So we got Jefferson in town, and we'll have that game for you video streaming on radioplusinfo.com and also on the radio again. Left-handed hitter Jordan Winkleman comes up, lined out, had a hard hit out to right field, but right at the right fielder, Leah Bawaldu hauled it in easily, but he hit that pretty solidly. 1 down, nobody on. Next pitch into Winkleman. He's going to catch the outside part of the plate. Makes the count now 1-1. That's going to miss low and away. And Winkleman attempting to be one of those little slap hitters where they kind of take that step up that first baseline as they're trying to maybe push the ball over towards third base. One misses outside, puts the count at 2-1 with 1 down and nobody on. A 1-1 ball game here in Waupun. And that is it out towards right center field, and that's going to make it all the way out to the fence. Harder grabs it, throws it in, and getting to second with a 1-out double is Jordan Winkleman.
Winkleman with the double to right center brings on.
Nice stroke on that one. Just a nice easy swing, and it's just found its way past the outstretched glove of Rowan Harder. All she could do is head out to the fence and grab it and throw it in. So we got Oconomowoc threatening here in the top of the third inning in a 1-1 ball game. Cam Stoltz now, their second baseman, steps to the plate. She's the one that hit the ball off the glove of Aubrey Farley, and she then went off her glove over to shortstop to Carly White, who picked it up and still got the out just by maybe half a step, not even, over at first base. Carly, they still talk about the play that Carly had at second base at the state championship game last year against Mosinee. A lot of big plays, a lot of big moments for Waupun. It was just a magical run. Roz Rivera taking that, getting hit by a pitch that brought the run in to tie the game up in regulation. Had 1 apiece. It was just, again, magic moments. Makes it even more special that they got that state championship. One and two the count now for Stoltz. Kelsey Eamber. Eamber waiting on deck. It's a slow roller again. Just, kind of with all that spin on it when they got to the glove of Farley, kind of crawled up her glove a little bit, but she gets a handle on it, does advance the runner over to third base, but that puts 2 outs on the board. The most important thing.
Johnson on deck.
So here we go. Up to bat now, Kelsey Yamber. She had a single and she scored. She's the only one to cross home plate for the Coonies. Coons so far in the ball game. A little change up on that one. Well ahead of that on that swing is Kelsey Yamber. Nice pitch by Aubrey Farley, pulling the string on that pitch. 0-1 the count, 2 down. That runner at third base trying to take the lead are the Oconomowoc Raccoons. This one's going to miss low and inside. 1-1 the count now for Yamber. Upon hoping not to see Macy Brazelton step to the plate here in this top of the third inning. One's going to bounce across the plate. Westfall swallows it up in her glove and stays at third base. 2-1 the count. Matt, thanks for joining us on RadioPlusInfo.com. The nice thing is you can go back and watch the games as many times as you want after this, too, after the game. It's chopped, and that's going to go off the body of Babish over at third base, and a run comes in. Hard hit ball. Bad hop, and a single and an RBI for Kelsey Yamber.
Yamber with the RBI single.
So that'll bring up Macy Brazelton.
Brings up third base.
Nothing against Macy, but we didn't want to see her bat this inning. We wanted this to be over, but that does bring in a run on that hard hit ball. And Brazelton will come up and bat now. And the first one is popped up, but out of play over on the third base side for strike one. So get that runner over at first base. 1 run in. Waupun trailing now 2-1 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. And this is just popped high in the air out towards left center field. And Rowan Harder calls for it, hauls it in for the third out, but not before the damage is done. Waupun does give up a run, and they trail now 2-1 after 2.5 innings. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 3 coming your way in just a minute on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Bestcraft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
Okay, we are back, and as we come back, Addie Braun just nails one off the end of her bat, but over the top of the center fielder, Carly Moldenhauer's head, and makes it out to the fence. And just as Waupun did last inning, they start out with a double to start the inning, but Waupun came up empty last inning. Nice job by Addie to jump onto the first pitch that she sees in the inning. And that'll bring up Amelia Jones, the left fielder. Got on with an error by the shortstop. And one popped kind of behind third base. 3 players right there, and the shortstop didn't kind of stepped in a little late on it, hit out the end of her glove, and that allowed Jones to get on base. See if Waupun can keep those bats. That's going to score it away from the catcher and getting over to third base easily. He is Braun. So there you go. We got that runner just up the line there at third base. Trying to tie this ball game up again. Waupun trailing 2-1. Next pitch into Jones. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll be a called strike. Working a little on the outside and high part of the strike zone. Puts the count now at 1-2. And that one down to the ground and picked up, throw to first base just to make sure they get the out of there. But a strikeout for Amelia Jones. Keeps the runner over at third base. And Coach Josh Novice getting a little antsy, trying to get those timely hits. Stranded 4 runners on the bases so far after 2 innings. He got that runner over at third base after another leadoff double. He'll bring Ryan Babish up to the plate. Called strike on the first pitch in. Aubrey Farley waiting on deck right now for the Lady Warriors. Ooh, takes a little off that one, and Babish ahead of it, swings and misses, makes it count 0-2. You definitely want to come up empty here. That's some lost opportunities here for Waupun in the first couple innings. At least want to get that 1 run in to tie it. And that is hit over towards the third baseman. They're going to try for the out at home, and they do get it. Again, you can't go towards the third baseman. Brazelton, she gets everything. It's the second time she's threw a runner out at home plate. Waupun's threat over on that side of the field is gone, and over at first base now is Ryan Babish. Time with the fielder's choice. Now 2 down on the board, and that's exactly what Oconomowoc wanted, to get that out at home plate. And the threat for Waupun, that'll bring up Aubrey Farley to the plate. She struck out back in the first inning. Leah Bawalda waiting on deck. Big swing and a miss there by Farley. Yeah, a lot of great sports to watch. Wisconsin sports. Bucks playing great, 6-game winning streak for them. Brewers lost one, but they did win the series finally in Colorado. Throw down to first base. They said they hadn't won a series in Colorado against the Rockies since 2018. So that's crazy. But the Brewers looking good after that bad start, losing the first 4 games and looking really bad losing those 4 games, but playing pretty good. I think they've won 7 of their last, 9 games or something like that. I don't know, but the Brewers are playing good, and see what they got this year. You got a legitimate, for real superstar with Jackson Churio on the team. He's been lighting it up. Changeup's going to miss outside. Have to get to a Brewer game. It's been a few years, so see if we can load up a car and get down there and watch the Brewers play. It's always a good experience getting out to the ballpark. He's going to bounce and get away from the catcher, and heading over to second base is Babish. Count is now 3-2 with 2 down. There you go. There's a runner in scoring position again over at second base. If we can get a little gapper somewhere, bring that run in and tie this thing up. 3-2 pitch on the way, and that is hit on the ground over to the shortstop, picked up by Glidewell. Throws to first and pulls her off the base, and runners now at the corners. That pulls her off the base. She dropped it, but runners safe at first and third base. A little off the mark on that throw over at third base from Brazelton.
Right fielder number 12, Leah Bawalda.
Pretty solid this game. And Leah Bawalda had a double her last at bat. She got tossed out at home plate. We do have another runner coming in for Waupun.
For the pitcher, number 99,
Jalen Landell comes in. I didn't see her number, but I saw her face and can tell that was Jalen. Waupun advances that runner over to third base, but still need to see if they can get that tying run in. And you said Bawalda had a long at bat, but then ends up with a double for the Lady Warriors. Let's see if she can do that right now. Sharply hit ball. Coach is keeping active down there. He already got hit in the backside already. Have to go see the trainer after the game on that one. What do you put icy hot on that, or what do you do? Sit on some ice, or for a shot to the backside? Nice soft chair. That's what I'd be doing. Find the recliner at my house. I'll tell you the recliner story coming up here down in Florida. Here, I got a recliner story for you. It involves a snake. That one catches the outside part of the plate. No offer from Bawalda. Puts a count now at 1-2 with 2 down. Runners at the corners. Waupun trailing 2-1 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard, bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. Here's the pitch. That is a backhand. That's going to get out to left field. We are tied at 1 apiece. Kind of a half-hearted stab at that one by Kayla Glidewell. And it gets out to left field, and that brings a run in for Waupun. The runner's out first and second base. She didn't really go at it real hard and didn't even put a glove on it, so a base hit on that one for Leah Bawalda. Gets herself an RBI. There's at first and second, and that will bring up Regan Holtz up to the plate. Went down looking, strikeout victim back in the second inning. I feel a little bit better that we got this thing at least tied up, but let's not stop here. Swings and misses on the next pitch. 1-1 the count now to Regan. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses on the next one, too. That puts the count now at 1-2 with 2 down in a 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the third inning. Runners at first and second now for the Lady Warriors. Landell standing over at second. See if we can get her to score. That one swung on and fall back on top of our broadcast booth here. Yeah, Big Nate Young, our producer here tonight, in charge of everything video. So if anything goes screwy with that, just that's where you put the complaints to Big Nate. I do enough things I get in trouble for myself. Swing and a miss by Holtz. That will end Waupun's threat. They do get a run across the plate. Had a couple of hits in the inning. Started out with that double by Addie Braun. But we now are tied at 2 apiece after 3 complete. Back with the top of the 4th inning coming your way in just a minute on Radio Plus Sports.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Okay, we are back at Jerry Meadham Field. Waupun does come up with a run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And we're heading to the top of the 4th now with Oconomowoc bringing up number 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order. Molly Sheehan is scheduled to come up first, and that's who's stepping up to the plate. Haley Bolson. He is waiting on deck, and then Michaela Burrow. He is in the hole now for Oconomowoc. Look at number 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order now for the Raccoons. And our new pitcher in for Waupun, Addison Braun, in the circle right now. And that's kind of the game plan that Coach Navas had. He said probably 3 innings for Aubrey, who did a great job. And you bring in Aubrey for Addie. Addie does a little volleyball refereeing, too. I saw a 6th grade girls volleyball tournament over at Fond du Lac High School, and I thought, boy, that's a familiar face umpire or reffing this game, and it was Addie doing that over there, making a little extra money. A little late on that one, and that's going to miss just a little bit in foul territory. Tim Bresser, quick feet on that one to get out of the way. Okay, 1-2 the count now for Molly Sheehan. One is swung on and on the ground, fouled over on the third base side. Stays alive with that one. 1-2 still the count yet for Sheehan. Oh yeah, the snake story, the recliner story. Got that one. We'll get to that after this play. That's a little slow roller up the line, flicked over to second baseman Regan Holtz covering first. Good job by Beatty. Get that slow roller and get the out over at first base. So, yeah, again, down in Florida, sitting in the Florida room just a week ago. And maybe about just 9 days ago, we were down in the middle central Florida. I was sitting in the recliner in our Florida room in our place, and I was looking for my hat to go play pickleball, so I kind of tipped the recliner forward, and there was something hanging from the back of it. It was a little corn snake, about 18 inches long. It was hanging there, but it was luckily dead because it must have got clipped inside the gears when I put the recliner leg out, and got him maybe about an inch below its head, and it was dead. So that's a little unsettling. I didn't sit in the recliner for a little bit after that. I thought I almost had a snake in my lap. But I guess, we came out all right on that. A few geckos around, and there's different wildlife down there. Gators and armadillos on the grounds there. Some bobcats might make a little run through the park once in a while. And that one is past the first baseman out towards right field off the bat by Ailey Bolson. Gets around late on it, but a diving Hannah Beatty at first base can't quite get to it. So a one-out base hit for Bolson. Puts a runner on the base pass now for Oconomowoc. That'll bring up Michaela Burrow, the designated player. Snake was harmlessly, and he was very pliable yet too, so I think that was a fresh kill on that snake. And I'm glad I didn't see it when it was alive in there. They might have heard that throughout the park, a little yell from me on that. If I had my grandsons there, Ryston and Riker, a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, they would have been, snake, where is it? And they'd be running for it. They'd be racing each other to see who could get there and grab the snake. But they weren't down there to help Grandpa out. So we got 1-1 count now to Michaela Burrow. Not a real big story, was that? That was kind of anticlimactic, a dead snake in my room, but didn't appreciate that either. It meant he crawled in there. Nobody just placed him underneath my recliner. Not that I know of. 1-2 the count now on Burrow with a runner at first base. Here's the pitch, and chases one down low, and going to go for the out and throwing it over to second base and getting the out over there. Wow, they get the they got the strikeout at first, so they have the double play action. The runner takes off and gets thrown out at second to stay at the strikeout at home plate, so they get the 2 outs. And nobody scores, so Waupun now tied with Oconomowoc 2-2, and we'll be back at the bottom of the 4th inning coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
And our good buddy Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Business as usual. Pretty soon this springtime weather is going to really hit, Steve, right?
Well, they keep teasing us with maybe putting the patio together outside, but then it snows, so I don't know what we're doing. But we're still here. We're still making food. We still got beer, drinks, great bartenders, great cooks, great staff. So
and great sports on the TV, of course, Bucks and Brewers. Here we go.
Fun to watch this stuff. The Brewers started a little slow and turned it around a little bit. The Bucks are going to push on for the postseason, so come down and check out the games. They're always on.
And the NFL Draft, of course, coming up later on this month. Your draft headquarters here, right?
Yeah, I think people will probably be staying down here for the draft, too. So come check it out. You never know what kind of we had some Dolphins scouts in the other day here, so come check it out.
Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun. Stop on by for great lunch specials, too.
Yep, always homemade soups, homemade chili, daily specials, pork, beef, and turkey normally. Check it out.
Steve with us here. Thanks, buddy. Have a good week.
You too. Thanks, Nick.
Okay, here we go upon with a nice little crazy little double play action with a strikeout, then the throw it over at second base to get the final outs of the inning. Nobody scores for Oconomowoc. Tied at 2 apiece after 3.5 innings. Carly White, number 9 in the batting order, starts things out for Waupun. Watches ball 1 go by. Hannah Beatty awaiting on deck, top of the order. Bounces well before the plate. 2-0 the count on the next pitch in. I'm Steve Witterhack with you on this Friday night. Hopefully you got some nice plans for tomorrow yet. It's going to be like 60 degrees tomorrow and sunny. It's going to miss high and away to White. Looking ahead in the count 3-0. Looks like a little rain. They said about a 40% chance of rain coming up on Sunday. I know all this stuff because I do the morning show for the radio station. I got to read the weather like 4 times, 5 times during my show, and White issued 4 straight balls to take the free pass. You walk number 9 of the batting order as a leadoff batter. That can come back and haunt any team. Waupun can take advantage of their opportunities here. Coming up now is Hannah Beatty. Got on with an error in the first inning. Got on with a fielder's choice in the second inning. A little looper out to center field. Nice job by the center fielder. Going to throw to first, try to double up, and a nice job by the center fielder, Carly Moldenhauer. Had a long way to go to get it out in right center field, short right center field. Moldenhauer did a great job, and on the run, throws it right into first base and catches White off the base. A nice little double play with that. That cleans the base pass, and that'll bring up Kaylee Westfall up to the plate. A couple ground outs to third base so far in the ball game for Kaylee. And this hit high in the air out towards left field. Left fielder going back, Sheehan, and that is just short of the fence out to the warning track. But a 2-out double off the bat of Kaylee Westfall. A little bit too much underneath that one. Otherwise, gave her a nice little ride.
Westfall with a double to left field brings pitcher.
So 2-out double off the bat of Kaylee Westfall will bring up Addie Braun. Now the pitcher in the ball game. Came in the top of this inning to shut the door on the Oconomowoc Raccoons. Still does not flow out of my mouth, right? The Oconomowoc Raccoons. And this first pitch is going to miss inside to Braun. Puts the count now at 1-0. Yeah, nice night at the ballpark here at Waupun's Jerry Meadham Field. Get to see Jerry once in a while, going to pick up grandkids. A couple of they kind of fell asleep, and someone who was not sleeping getting a stolen base, and now tying the record of Danielle Hopp at 58 career steals. Well, kind of a lackadaisical throwback to the pitcher, and Westfall now tying the record of Danielle Hopp for the most steals in Waupun softball history. This is a hit out to center field, and hauling it in is Moldenhauer. So Waupun will come up short, but congratulations to Kaylee Westfall for getting her 58th steal as a Waupun Lady Warrior, tying Danielle Hopp for the most in Waupun history. We'll take a break back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seed bed with a high quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax, for tillage on your terms.
Hey, Nate says time for me to talk, so I'm going to start talking. Right now we're tied at 2 apiece going into the top of the 5th inning. I'm Steve Witterhack with you, and Waupun comes up empty in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Now we've got some more pressure that this game keeps moving fast here. The wife and also Mrs. Arm are on their way to the restaurant somewhere, and they said that they got reservations for 7 o'clock for us, so hopefully it's someplace close, but who knows, it could be an extra inning game. I don't know. They know they can just go on to Radio Plus and watch the game, or they can listen to it on 103.3 FM or also on the AM at AM 1170. That's right where the ladies can go and find out exactly where we're at on the game. And they asked me how many innings do they play, so definitely not former softball players, either of those two. Keela Glidewell up, watches one sail away, high and away for ball 1. Didn't tell me where we're going to eat yet, so we'll see. Oh, Green Lake, that's a drive yet. So called strike on the next pitch in. No offer from Glidewell. You got Carly Moldenauer at top of the order awaiting on deck. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nice challenge there from Addison Braun. What a magical year she had last year. That 3-run home run in the state championship game, and their pitching was unbelievable. Well, change up on that one, and way ahead of it, a swing and a miss by Glidewell. Ate her up on that. So a strikeout. That'll bring the top of the order. Carly Moldenauer is now stepping to the plate. She's grounded out a couple times, once to third base, once back to the pitcher. 2-2 ball game, top of the fifth inning. One down, top of the order, though, is up now for Oconomowoc. Madison just a junior, be around for another season yet. So, boy, what a great convenience. I've been hearing a lot about the feeder programs, too, that got some really nice players coming up. Like Waupun, always somebody. They just reload every year. They don't have to rebuild. They just reload. That's a strike and some heat on that one from Braun. 1-1 the count now for Moldenauer. Jordan Winkleman waiting on deck. Ooh, big swing and a miss on that one. And strike three on that one. Kind of a check swing, and goes down swinging on that one. 2 strikeouts for Addie Braun. Now, some of these players that we're seeing out here for Oconomowoc are players that play in the Outlaws Gold team along with Waupun's Kaylee Westfall. And Carly Moldenauer just struck out as one of those players. A scouting report on her as a center fielder, hits for some power. She's a fast runner, and she's going to be playing her college softball over at Ripon. Moldenauer going down. Jordan Winkleman up to bat. Another one of the players, Macy Brazelton, said a very good third baseman, which we've seen. Hits for power, committed to go to D2 Tiffin University. I think I've ever heard of that. But a D2 school. Is that one of the many D2 schools in Minnesota or something? Tiffin? T-I-F-F-I. They got it down as D2. On here from the 1-2 the count now. On Jordan Winkleman, 2 strikeouts. Boy, Addison Braun just in control and power mode right now for Waupun. That one goes high and away. No offer by Winkleman. Winkleman so far has lined out to right field, also had a double and scored back in the third inning. Comes the 2-2 pitch from Braun. Comes a little high and tight on that one. Makes it ball 3. Count is now 3-2. Comes the 3-2 pitch from Braun, and that one is just off the plate. So a 2-out walk issued to Jordan Winkleman. Yeah, the other player that plays some club ball with Kaylee Westfall, like I said, Brazelton, also Kelsey Yamber. And a very good pitcher. She's a junior. So it's another player that Kaylee plays with in her league team, club team that she travels around with. Cam Stoltz up, swings in the first pitch in, fouls it back into the screen. Strike 1. 0-1 the count, runner at first base with 2 down in a 2-2 ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. Ohio. The Dragons. She's going to be a Dragon. Now, Tiffin University in Ohio. Yeah, we've got a great department of people here looking up stuff for me. Phones. Everybody's got a computer on their phone. It's a little high one hopper right back into the glove, though, for Braun. Throws it to Beatty at first base to get the out. So 1 walk, a couple strikeouts, and nobody scores is the main thing. After 4.5 innings, we have a 2-2 ball game. Waupun coming up. See how they do in the bottom of the 5th inning right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Hi, this is Jackie with All-Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Okay, here we go. Bottom of the 5th inning, Amelia Jones, cleanup batter for Waupun, up to bat. So far, she has struck out. Also got over the air by the shortstop. There's first 2 at bats. Except ball 1 on the first pitch in from still the same pitcher that started, Ailey Bolson. Next pitch is going to miss a little low, maybe a little outside. Makes the count 2-0. Comes right at her on the next pitch, a swing and a miss. I don't think I dress for going to a place in Green Lake. Yeah, blue jeans, tennis shoes. Hopefully it's nothing dress code, because Randy could go in. He's pretty dapper. He's got some nice shiny black shoes on, and he's a man in uniform. It's going to miss off the plate. Puts the count now at 3-1. Yeah, we're going to Green. I'm pretty sure it's someplace not cheap. Not going to go. Is there a quick trip, a deli we can go to? Something over? I don't know. They've got some very nice places. We like going over there, and a lot of good places all around the place to go grab a bite to eat. Three and 1 the count now for Jones. Swings on the next one and puts it now at a 3-2 count. Ryan Babish waiting on deck. Yeah, it's going to be a fun season. I've done one baseball game so far, and then one. We're going to do about one a week. One softball game for Waupun, one Waupun baseball game. Ooh, a little change up in Jones way ahead of it. Swings and misses, and catcher drops it, but throws it to first to get the out. So a strikeout on Amelia Jones. That'll bring up Ryan Babish. She's got on with a fielder's choice back in the first inning, and fielder's choice in the third inning, which she ended up scoring in that third inning. The run that tied up this ball game at 2 apiece. Waupun scores in the first, Green Lake in the second. Both teams score in the third inning, and that's the scoring in the ball game. That one outside, nice job by Babish. He's going to scoot out of the way. Bottom of the 5th, 2-2 ball game here at Jerry Miedema Fields in Waupun. You know, the nicest thing when you got a field named after you is that you're still alive. So, you don't want to do it when it's nice. It's always an honor. We did that with some fields too, but Lynn Zieschlag is around yet, and for the Little League Diamonds. And that one's just going to be just pulled foul on the third base line. So that's always a bonus. I always tell Jerry that. It's kind of a bonus that you got the field name not after you passed away. But it's been this Jerry Miedema Fields for quite some time. That was a real nice time when he was in charge of things here and really got things built up pretty good. And then they had the Denny Killiman crowd years where they really put it to another level of what they. Just a beautiful facility here. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better facility with real dirt and grass anywhere in the state of Wisconsin. It's beautiful. Sharply hit ball, and that is a fair ball right down over third base. Nice hit ball there by Ryan Babish out to left field. And they're kind of questioning it for Oconomowoc, and yeah, went over the base. I know it landed past the base. It landed in foul, but if you reach out, it starts out usually a little ways onto. The coach is kind of questioning that just a little bit. They have a two-coach system. Scott Zabel questioning the coaches, the home plate umpires calling that one. And they also have Chloe Oxshire. He is the other coach, so they kind of are happy to kind of share duties as far as being a head coach. But nice hit ball right over third base and a single with one down for Ryan Babish. This is popped in the infield. Looks like the pitcher, Bolson, is calling for it and hauls it in. Just out of the pitcher's circle on the right side. So that puts 2 outs on the board.
Brings up right fielder number 12, Leah Bowalda. Holtz on deck.
Leah Bowalda coming up. She had that double back to lead things off in the second inning. That's the ending. Waupun did not score with that leadoff double. And that is hit out towards center field, but right at the center. Off the glove of the center fielder, and Babish draws the throw to third, but the center field looks like she had it. She just came in. I thought that was going to be an easy catch, but pops out of her glove, and runner safe at first and second base.
Second baseman, number 4, Reagan Holtz.
See if Waupun can take advantage of that with 2 down. You've got Regan Holtz up to bat now, and she's struck out a couple of times in the ball game. Second baseman for Waupun. Her pitch is going to miss inside for ball 1. Big opportunity right here for Waupun. See if they get that key hit right. Just a base hit. Some pretty good wheels out there with Ryan Babish over there. Takes some pretty good leads over at second base. 2-0 the count now for Holtz. The next pitch, and that is going to the gap, and that is going to bring in at least 1 run for Waupun, maybe 2. That's going to be a 2-run double for Waupun off the bat. At number 8 in the batting order, Regan Holtz. Poked her bat out there and made it all the way to the fence. Perfect spot for that 2-run score from first and second base for Waupun on a 2-run double by Regan Holtz. Big hit there for Regan. Just what Waupun needed right at that time to get a couple runs in and get a little space between them and Oconomowoc. Now leading this game 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Carly White. Let's get greedy right now, Waupun, to see if we can get that other run in from second base. Top of the order, Hannah Beatty awaiting on deck. Regan had kind of a rough game at the plate so far until that point. He had a couple strikeouts and just poked one out. A little zip on it, made it all the way out to the fence. This is hit out towards right center field, but this is high in the air, and that's going to land and make it out to the fence, and another run comes in for Waupun, now leading 5-2. Nice job by Carly White. Puts that one up in the stratosphere, and both the center fielder and right fielder just couldn't get to it. She finds herself over at second base with an RBI.
First baseman, Hannah Beatty.
Waupun bats coming alive here, and the coach is going to come out. Let's take a break right now. Be back right after this on RP Sports.
Hello, fellow allergy sufferers. Well, here we are at the heart of ragweed, hay fever, and mold season. If you're like me, you dread this time of year. Itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing, nasal sprays, antihistamines, and allergy pills. And in the end, none of it makes your allergies any better. That used to be me, but I took control of my allergies, and you can too. I went to New Medical Center in Waupun. They tested me to find out exactly what was causing my allergies and formulated a personalized serum for me to treat my specific allergies. Best thing is, they got me in right away.
Okay, the bat's coming alive in the bottom half of the order for Waupun. And now 3 runs in the inning. They have a 5-2 lead, and you get some big hits from Regan Holtz and Carly White, both getting some doubles out there. 2 RBIs for Holtz and another RBI for Carly White. Getting that from the bottom of your order. Sharply hit ball, but that's pulled foul over on the third base side off the bat of Hannah Beatty. Timely hitting for Waupun, getting it all done with a couple outs up there on the board. So see at the top of the order can keep the magic going too. Another runner standing in scoring position at second base. And that one's a roller over towards shortstop, picked up by Glidewell. Throws the first in time to get the out, but not before the damage is done. 3 hits for Waupun. Big hits for Regan Holtz and Carly White that bring in some runs, and Waupun scores 3 to take a 5-2 lead after 5 complete here at Jerry Meadham Field. We'll be back at the top of the 6th inning right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
Okay, here we go. Top of the 6th inning. 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th for Waupun. Big time hitting from the lower part of the order. Number 8 and 9 in the batting order, bringing in those runs. And now that makes Addie feel a little bit better when you get a little support from the bats out there and do some work here in the 6th inning. Looking at number 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order, Kelsey Yamber up. First pitch into her, ball 1. Brings some high heat swing underneath it. And that one was Yamber. Makes the count now 1-1. Yeah, bats kind of went to sleep a little bit for Waupun, missing some opportunities to score with people on base in those first couple innings. You forget all about that now. Of course, I had to remind you about it, but I tell you, that was a nice timely hitting on the bottom of your order to bring those runs in. All but 2 outs. Next pitch is going to miss high. Puts the count now at 3-1. So, yeah, 7 o'clock eating time. I'm in no hurry here. I want to enjoy watching a great game. We'll get some interviews after the game. A swing and a miss on the next pitch in to Yamber. Ladies on the way to Green Lake, so hopefully they enjoy the meal. Bring us home a couple boxed hamburgers probably from there. It was a 3-2 pitch. Little change up. That one's going to miss. And getting a walk is Kelsey Yamber. She's issued a walk, and now Macy Brazelton will be stepping to the plate. Like I said, Macy, one of those teammates of Kaylee Westfall in their club team called the Outlaws Gold Team. So obviously the best team they have for that level. It's going to go off the glove of Westfall. Runner heads over to second base. Oconomowoc says, wait a second, we're not done yet. Putting a runner at second base, down by 3. Nobody out, runner at second, and a 1-0 count to Macy Brazelton. Had some nice plays over at third base in the ballgame. Swings on that one. Well-placed tree over there on that side to keep a car from losing its windshield. That was hit it right for some cars over in that area. I've seen it happen a few times. Numerous times. I know one I can't bring up by one of our past players' dads, but I won't bring that up in case they're listening. That's a hard hit ball. That's going to make it out to the fence out in left field off the bat of Brazelton. That'll score a run. And a RBI double off the bat of Macy Brazelton. And a runner in.
Brazelton with the RBI.
This hard hit ball shoots the left fielder Amelia Jones out there. And standing at second with an RBI is Macy Brazelton. He said now a 5-3 game. Molly Sheehan is coming up now. Molly so far in the game has flown out and has grounded out. Haley Bolson, the pitcher, awaiting on deck. This pitch is going to miss low and inside for ball one. Oconomowoc plays out of the Classic 8 Conference. I just had a couple teams written down that were toward the top of the conference the last few years. Harton and Arrowhead, and got McQuantico. I think McQuantico was another one of those towns that they had those baseball players from the Timber Rattlers try to pronounce that. And that one they really butchered. And they thought, did you just make these names up? Well, so they said they said something, a little trivia thing the other day, and it said Oconomowoc couldn't come up with a name of their town, and they just kind of pulled some letters together, and they came up with Oconomowoc. It really doesn't have any meaning to it. Just kind of looked like that's how it was supposed to go together with those letters, and they came up with a name that way. Never met somebody from Oconomowoc, but if I'm wrong, you should give Big Nate a call. I'll be on my way to Green Lake. I have no time for that. 3-0 pitch. Slows her down, and no offer on that pitch from Sheehan. Called strike, makes the count now 3-1. Oconomowoc answering Waupun, getting 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Oconomowoc with a runner at second. And nobody on, 1 run in. Big swing and a miss on the next pitch in to Sheehan. Nice challenge there from Addie Braun. It puts the count now at 3-2. And swung on, and staying alive is Sheehan. Yeah, I think I would do that too. I see some of the guys out there kind of sitting by their cars. That's where I would sit. If I parked my car there, I'd stand there too to see if I could shag any of the balls that might be coming that way. This one, a slow roller up the third base line. That is picked up by Babish, and safe hit first base on that throw. A little one-hopper. A good job by Beatty over there to haul it in. But, boy, just kind of almost like a really good bunt up that third base line off the bat of Molly Sheehan. Now runners at the corners, and your tying run standing over at first base. Bring up the pitcher, Ailey Bolson. So far, she's 2 for 2. She's got a couple singles in the game, and one of those was off from Addie Braun when she faced her back in the 4th inning. One's going to miss just a bit low on the pitch into Bolson. Ball 1. Always that time of day where it's not a great time to be a right fielder, a second baseman, first baseman, and looking right back at the sun. It's low on the horizon out in the west. 2-0 the count now for Ailey Bolson. Kind of about making it interesting here in the top of the 6th inning. Next one's going to miss high, makes it a 3-0 count. So Addie's got to come back again, being down on the count with the batter. Nobody out, runners at the corners. Tying run at first base right now for Oconomowoc. Yeah, they know they're not going to try to steal it all on Westfall. There's a called strike, makes the count now 3-1. I haven't seen anybody really try to test to Kaylee at all. She's just got a cannon for an arm and a quick release to get it down there. Comes the 3-1 pitch. And he just puts in another gear when she needs it. Finds it again, gets her to foul one off, makes the count 3-2. Still no outs on the board, though. Work to be done yet. A 3-2 count. Michaela Burrow waiting on deck. 3-2 count now for Ailey Bolson. Here's the pitch. That's chopped over towards third base, and they're going to not going to throw it to third, and they're not a force out over there at all. It's The runner was already at third. Babish was kind of faked through and then to kind of look back. I don't know if he slipped or she. But everybody's safe. We got bases loaded right now after that. Kind of a confusing play on that one. And kind of a fake throw to first and looking back behind her, but diving back safely over at third base was Brazelton over there. So now bases are loaded for Oconomowoc. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Waupun needs some outs right now. Michaela Burrow, she's had a couple strikeouts. She went down looking back in the second, went down swinging in the fourth inning. Bases jammed now for the Raccoons. That one's going to kind of slide away, but everybody's going to stay right where they're at. The fence not very far away when you play here on the most softball diamonds. Didn't even make it to the fence on that one. But the count is now 1-0. Making this game a little interesting, getting those 3 runs. You thought maybe that's probably enough for him to win this ball game. Still might be. Already given up a run in the inning. Now bases loaded. That one's going to miss high and away. Puts the count now at 2-0. 2-0 here for Waupun. Comes the 2-0 pitch from Addie. Goes to some high heat on that one. A big swing and a miss by Burrow. Kayla Glidewell awaiting on deck. Like I said, nobody out. 2-1 the count. Bases loaded. Just a 2-run lead for Waupun. 5-3 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. This one is called foul right off the bat. They'll squirt it back on the field. 2-2 the count now for Burrow. Tense times now for the Waupun fans. Thanks for joining us here on Radio Plus. Again, if you know somebody who can't get to one of their video screens, they can listen to it on the radio. It's going to miss inside and now makes it a 3-2 count. Yeah, we're on AM 1170. That's the signal probably does travel the furthest. Suggest that to somebody if they're living a little ways away from Waupun. And in Waupun, just go to 103.3 FM. Here we go, 3-2 pitch, bases loaded. And right off the end of the bat on that swing by Burrow, stays alive. Tense moments here for Waupun. 4-2 on the season. Waupun, no secret. Everybody knows Waupun's got a great program, but you bring home a gold trophy from the state tournament, everybody knows about you then, and everybody's gunning for you. That's a hit over towards second base, knocked down by Holtz, throws to first. They do get another run in. The other runners advance to second and third base, so an RBI for Burrow.
Second base for out number 1 brings across the run.
But a run makes it now just a 1-run game for Waupun, makes it 5-4, and only 1 down yet. And that'll bring up Kayla Glidewell, the shortstop, up to the plate.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter. Number 6, Haley Beckman.
Yeah, new batter in here, Haley Beckman, coming up to bat for her first at-bat of the ball game. Batting at number 9 slot. So she's going to get her first look at Addie Braun. Still just 1 down, and those runners at second and third base. So now the tying run standing over at third as that run came in. With that sacrifice by Michaela Burrow. Swing and a miss. Just bringing some heat right at her. Holly Sheehan waiting over at third, trying to get in and trying to tie this thing up for Oconomowoc. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Going to miss off the plate. Makes the count 1-1. Is there a story on that, Jeff, you just sent me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the town was separated from the town of Watertown. Okay. I'll have to read that during the next break. Yeah. So 1-2 the count after that foul ball off the bat of Beckman. So Beckman trying to, with just one down yet. That's the other thing. You got top of the order waiting on deck. 1-2 count. Oh, it takes a little change up on that one and gets her to swing and miss. So Addie Brown having her way with the batter Beckman, and now you got to face the top of the order. Carly Moldenhauer coming up to bat. So got her at number 1 on the batting order for a reason. So far she's grounded out a couple times, and she's struck out. So she's 0 for 3 in the ball game, but still she's number 1 in the batting order. Leadoff batter. 2 down, runners at second and third. Just pokes her bat out there, and Westfall will get over there and haul it in foul territory at the first base line. Waupun does allow a couple runs, but keep that tying run over at third base. So a tough inning there for Waupun, but they still have the lead after 5.5 innings. They lead now 5-4. Waupun's half of the 6th inning coming your way right after this on RP Sports.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Hello, fellow allergy sufferers. Well, here we are at the heart of ragweed, hay fever, and mold season. If you're like me, you dread this time of year. Itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing, nasal sprays, antihistamines, and allergy pills. And in the end, none of it makes your allergies any better. That used to be me, but I took control of my allergies, and you can too. I went to New Medical Center in Waupun. They tested me to find out exactly what was causing my allergies and formulated a personalized serum for me to treat my specific allergies. Best thing is, they got me in right away. I didn't have to wait for months for an appointment. Now here I am, able to work my fields, cut the grass, rake leaves, and anything else I want to do outside without having to worry about a constant headache, runny nose, and feeling miserable. Call the folks at New Medical Center. They helped me, and I'm sure they can help you.
Call New Medical Center now at 324-9899 or visit them on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 324-9899. What are you waiting for?
Glidewell comes in. Kayla Glidewell comes in to pitch. New pitcher for Oconomowoc. Waupun gives up 2 runs. And made this an interesting game at the top of the 6th inning. Now 5-4 Waupun. And up first here for Waupun, Kaylee Westfall. See if she can get things going now for the Warriors. Had a double back in the 4th inning. 2-0 the count now to Kaylee. Addie Brown now the pitcher in this ball game, waiting on deck. It's right where you want to get a few more insurance runs. Changeup's going to miss a little short on that pitch. 3-0 the count now. 3-0 the count now in Westfall. She have the green light? I would think so. Yeah. Watches that one go by, catches the inside part of the plate, makes the count 3-1. Yeah, Waupun wouldn't hurt to have a couple insurance runs. And this is hit hard out to left field. It's going to shoot the left fielder, and it's going to shoot the fence besides a home run for Kaylee Westfall. She just hit that one. That got out in a hurry. Not a high trajectory on that one at all over the left center field fence. And puts Waupun up now 6-4. A leadoff home run off the bat of Kaylee Westfall. Yeah, right off the bat, you knew for sure that they had the left fielder playing up. And boy, you knew for sure it was going to get by here, and just kept on going and just cleared the fence out there. Nice home run from Kaylee Westfall. See if we got what she's done on the season with that. No. Job there by Kaylee, giving Waupun a little more breathing room, up by 2 now, 6-4. Addie Braun come up. There's another player that can take it out of the park. Addie's got herself a couple home runs so far on the season. Yeah, you got some girls that can go yard on this Waupun team up and down the batting order. He's going to catch the inside part of the plate. Puts the count now at 1-1 to Addie. Yeah, 6-4 lead now for Waupun, bottom of the 6th. Facing a new pitcher here, Kayla Glidewell. This one's going to miss high and away. 2-1 the count now for Addie. There you go, 2-1 count now to Addie Braun. Amelia Jones awaiting on deck. This one's going to miss high also, makes the count now 3-1. Yeah, thanks for joining us on RadioPlusInfo.com. I'm Steve Witterhack, Big Nate Young doing the producing here today, and the next one's going to miss high. Braun is issued a walk. So 1 run in, 1 runner at first base now for Waupun. They open up a 6-4 lead this inning, and coming up to bat is Amelia Jones.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 99,
Jalen Landell coming back in. Takes the jacket off now and just goes out without the jacket on, so we can see her 99 on her jersey. So Jalen back out on the base pass for Waupun. 6-4 Waupun. Here we go. See if they can get a few more insurance runs, and I think Addie's got her covered in the top of the 7th inning. A little bouncer. It's going to make its way out to center field underneath the glove of the shortstop, who was kind of ranging over in that direction. Playing short over there now is Carly Moldenhauer kind of took that spot over. Moldenhauer now the shortstop because that's where Kayla Glidewell was before. So runners now at first and second for Waupun, and that's right in the glove of the third baseman, Macy Brazelton. Advance the runners over to second and third base. So nice job there by Babish moving the runners.
Brings up number 15.
Aubrey Farley coming in for her 4th at bat of the game. She's flown out. She has got on with an error back in the 3rd inning. First inning she struck out, looking for her first hit of the ball game. But runners out there for you now with just 1 down at second and third base. Big opportunity here for the Lady Warriors. Putting it down is Farley. Does a great job and safe all around. As again, we're worried about those runners coming in with good speed over there at third base for Waupun. Now bases are loaded here at Jerry Meadham Field. Nice little bunt laid down by Aubrey Farley. Waupun hasn't been doing great on getting bunts down, but that was a good job putting it down and getting herself safe over at first base. Rowan Harder is going to come in and run.
Farley, number 7, Rowan Harder.
She's the one you can mess with. She's the flex player, so you can just who knows all the different changes you can make. But she's heading out there to run right now. She's got bases loaded for Waupun with 1 down, and again, Coach Sobel coming back out on the field. Yeah, another beautiful night here. Getting a little chilly. I'm glad I did bring my little jacket to throw on. And got Randy busy out there. I'm still doing a game here with Randy Armgate here, but I can't. Not together. We're usually the broadcasting crew with Randy and I during basketball and football and even volleyball. We got him doing volleyball too. Now he's umpiring this game. Good job by Brazelton. Picks it up, gets the out at first, and then the double play. 5-1 to 3 double play. So that ends Waupun's threat. But they do come up with that home run by Kaylee Westfall to get 1 run for an insurance run. They lead now 6-4. We'll be back with the top of the 7th inning coming your way in just a minute on RP Sports.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Okay, we are back, and Waupun just wants to seal the deal here at home at Jerry Meadham Field. Steve Witterhack with you, and here to call the top of the 7th inning. And coming up for Oconomowoc, he's number 2 in the batting order, Jordan Winkleman. Winkleman's got a double in the ball game. 1 for 2 so far. He called strike on the first pitch into her. Also scored back in the 3rd inning. Cam Stoltz awaiting on deck. Next pitch will miss off the plate. Makes the count 1-1. Yeah, exciting ball game. Took Waupun a little bit to get those bats going. Stranded some runners in those first couple innings out on the base paths and open things up with those 3 runs in the 6th for Waupun back in the 5th inning. Getting all that production at the bottom half of the order. Change up on that one and just kind of poking it down the first base line way ahead of it off the bat of Winkleman. Yeah, our next game that we'll be covering the Waupun boys baseball team coming up on Monday, playing a non-conference game over at Thompson Field in Waupun. At the Gus. It was a 1-2 pitch swing and a miss going down, just bringing some heat on that one for a strike 3. So 1 out, and that'll bring up Cam Stoltz. I just say it once a year, and that's I got to say that was with a little heat that gets a big out for Waupun on that pitch, and so that was her I said Linda Ronstadt pitch because it blew by you, it blew by you, and I actually learned that one off one of the kids' video games. I thought, boy, I got to write down. This is good material here. I'm going to write all this stuff down as they're playing. Here's a roller over to shortstop, picked up by White. Picks it up cleanly, throws a strike to first base to Beatty. Waupun 1 out away from winning this ball game, up 6-4. We will definitely get some interviews on the field after the ball game, so stick around for that. And Kelsey Yamber coming up to bat now for Oconomowoc with 2 down, nobody on. Waupun trying to shut the door right now, up by 2. Here at home. Just kind of challengers with a kind of high and tight pitch on that one. He swings and misses. Yeah, anyway, she gets in a roll. She's pretty much unstoppable. They got to her, though, back in the 6th inning to get those 2 runs. Changing speeds out there, well ahead of it. Swing and a miss on the next pitch makes it a 0-2 count. Yeah, next pitch, 3 strikes, just blows the number 4 batter away, Kelsey Yambor, and she goes down. A strikeout victim, and Waupun wins this ball game by a score of 6-4. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a little bit, get some interviews on the field, and back after this on RP Sports.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
We make you feel at home and auto sales, great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home.
Is that better down here, Nate? Yeah. Okay. What are you going to do right out here? It's good, clear. So.
Right in front of Jeff?
Well, he's over there with his.
No, I mean, it's a sign.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, welcome back to Jerry Meadham of Field. Steve Witterhack with you and talking to the head coach for Waupun, Josh Novice, and kind of a slow start for the girls out there. Missed some opportunities, left some girls on base out there, but just talk about what you thought about your team against a pretty good Oconomowoc team.
Well, this time last year, I think we might have had 1 or 2 games in only, so we've had a ton of practice. The girls were so dialed in, and this year we've had more games and we've had less practices, and you sort of can tell a little bit that we're still learning a little bit on how and what situations we want to run our bases on and get those next bases. But Aubrey just started it off great. She came back from that injury. I was so proud of her. Get emotional, I'm sorry, but she had a long battle back to get this start and start us off right for those first 3 innings and just laid a great table for us. So I'm so proud to Aubrey and Addie come in and help her finish that off. It was really pretty special.
We'll talk about that inning where you got the 3 runs, the insurance runs, and you got all that production out of the bottom half of your order, and you get some hits out of Regan Holtz and Carly White that kind of helped seal the deal for you guys.
Yeah, Ray has been battling. She's almost sometimes her worst enemy. She wants everything to be so perfect, and I'm like, there's 2 phases of this game. Defense, and as soon as she settled, had that one at bat, and she settled down a little bit, went in, played some great defense, and then she barreled up that double. I mean, it was well earned. She's a hard worker in the off season, and she's just it was fantastic. And I love when balls hit bases there too. That line drive. She fought hard to get that to be a foul ball, but it hit the base, and so it was nice.
Well, Coach, nice victory here today. I'll let you go and enjoy it. Maybe I'll grab a couple of the girls here if you can give me a few of them with maybe Kaylee and maybe how about like the Reagan Holtz and Carly the White too.
I'll send Reagan over. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. We'll send it back up, take a commercial, and we'll come back with some more interviews.
Protect your New Holland equipment and optimize your performance in the field with genuine New Holland maintenance products. New Holland oils and filters are designed specifically for New Holland equipment so you can achieve our high performance standards in the field. And by choosing genuine New Holland maintenance products, you'll not only protect your equipment, you'll also boost its performance and productivity. Visit Waupun Equipment Company, also in Watertown, and see for yourself why genuine New Holland oils and filters are the right choice for your equipment.
Okay, we're back on the field. A couple of players from Waupun, and Reagan, some runs. You get up and you get yourself a 2-run double. And talk about what you're kind of feeling. Didn't lose your confidence at all when you got that and got those big runs in for Waupun?
I definitely tried to clear my head after the first 2 and really time her up and focus on waiting for it, and knew I had to get some runs in.
Well, down.
It's really big. We just have such a great team chemistry, and we all work together and get along so well, and to have just amazing players throughout the whole lineup and throughout the whole team is really special.
Well, you hit. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Reagan Holtz. Now we're going to move on with Aubrey. Talk about your journey a little bit. Talk about your journey here. You coach about your opportunity tonight and how's it feel to get back?
It feels amazing to be back out here. I love playing with my girls. They really lift me up. As though I wasn't as good as I was freshman year, and earning that back and just step by step, Josh and I always say, so it's great.
And, talk about your,
I found out last night, but I was a little shocked. So, okay, I'm glad I got the time to prepare. So.
Well, you did a great job out there. Really, see you back out there. Thing for you too. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, joining us again now, Aubrey Farley, and now we got Carly White out there today. Come up with another. Yeah, talk about the runs today.
Yeah, I've been kind of struggling to hit, so I came out ready to play. Ready to hit, fielding confidence.
How do you feel over at shortstop? We're comfortable at short. You like the best?
Honestly, and it's my travel team, so I kind of love middle infield, but shortstop's definitely my favorite. Like turning it from that position, so probably short.
We still have to talk about you over in the state championship game too, but great job out there.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Carly White joining us, and we're going to send it. We're just going to wrap it up. Waupun with a nice victory. Oconomowoc, a bigger school, a nice program over there, and winning 6-4 to go 5-2 now on the season. So, congratulations to the Waupun Warriors, and thanks for joining us on Radio Plus Sports.